Welcome to the Nehemiah Entrepreneurship Community Podcast. I'm your host, Patrice Tsague. I'm here with a guest who is no stranger to this podcast, the champion, at least the 2021 champion, Rina Hicks. Rina, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much, Patrice. It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
I love it. Rina, our guests know you. I guess our audience knows you very well. But before we get into our discussion today, we're going to talk about passive income, which is not a strange topic for you, but it's a new discussions on our podcast. And so you're part of our passive income team. Thank you, by the way, for agreeing to join our passive income team. When they hear your story, they understand why you're part of it. And tomorrow we have the Passive Income Global Forum, that you also are part. By the way, if you've not yet registered for the Passive Income Global Forum, I want you to go right now, register. There's a link right there you can click, or you can go to nehemiahecommunity.com, and go to our events page, and then find the Passive Income Global Forum. You can be a part. If you are a silver member or higher, it is free for you. If you are not, it is only $25. You will hear the Bennett brothers, you will hear Rina Hicks, and many others as we seek to help you begin your journey towards passive income. So, Rina, I know our audience are saying, but we know Rina as a businesswoman. But we also know that your business is all in investments. Whether it's Investable, whether it's the investment firm that your family owns. So, tell me about what kind of qualify Rina for passive income. Give me a bit about your background, both in terms of your family business as well as your own company, Investable, and why that kind of qualifies you to be a part of this passive income journey or help others in the passive income journey.
Okay, so we run a company called Faida Investment Bank in East Africa. It is licensed and regulated by the Capital Markets Authority here. So in the US, the equivalent would be the Securities Exchange Commission. We are also members of the stock exchange here in Kenya, which gives us the ability to trade on behalf of ourselves and also of our clients. And so I've been in the business for 18 years. The business has been operational almost 30 years now. It's actually 29 years. And so we have helped many, many, many people, including institutions, to have access to investment opportunities of different kinds. Usually, it's financial assets. So stocks, bonds, commercial paper, corporate bonds, money market funds, unit trusts, that sort of thing. And so in the course of doing that work and in the course of working in investment banking, when dealing with retailers early on in my career, I realized a lot of people don't know where to start. I have $1,000. Where do I begin? Now I have $50. Where do I start? I want to save, I want to invest. And people sort of make investment decisions based on what they see others do or what they see in the newspaper or what they think is the fad at the moment, but not from a place of understanding what are my goals? What do I want to be able to achieve? What are my needs? And so that drove me to write a book. So I do have a book called Moneywise. And through Moneywise and the journey there, realizing that people need actual how-to steps. And that's how Investable as a program was born. It took about 19 or so months to put together. And I partnered with a company called Africa's Pocket. So it's a venture where I have put it up the content and we have worked together to then put it up on their website and on their platform called Africa's Pocket. So the course Investable takes you on a journey from, this is where you begin when thinking about investing. The principle of seed and fruit, because our income is not what we're supposed to live on. The question is, what finances your lifestyle? It should be the fruit that you earn. And that's where now the passive income sort of comes from. And that's the beginning of our program, the principle of seed and fruit. God gives us seed through our income to plant, generate fruit, and then that should finance our lifestyle. So I'll stop there, Patrice, but that's in a nutshell where it all begins.
I love it. I love it. So you come at this from an interesting perspective. You come at this from institutional investing. You come at it from retail investing. And you also come at it from an educator. about educating people about the importance of investing. So you come at it from a kind of multidimensional. Um, so Rina, we believe that it's important for entrepreneurs to understand passive income. And uh, so let me ask you, first of all, how do you define passive income?
Okay.
And why do you think it is important, particularly for business owners? Because you would
Mm.
think, well, I run my business, I make money there, but why bother with passive income? But let's start with, how do you define passive income?
Mm. So how I define passive income is income that comes um, to me through investments that I make. It may not necessarily be fully passive because I need to pay attention. So, for example, rental income is passive income. I still need to make sure that the roof, if it's leaking, it needs to get fixed, but it's not income that I'm actively involved in, 8 to 5 every day. The time spent creating this income is not, like an active income job. And so passive income is income that we want to grow, because the moment we cannot work, the moment we're not able to be involved in activity that requires us to spend the whole day, then the passive income sort of then kicks in and is able to meet our expenses. So for an entrepreneur, this is really important for to be able to invest funds into opportunities that can give them passive income, because business is not a straight line. I mean, it's not growth is not a straight line. It goes into cycles, and sometimes you end up in a cycle that is not so great, like we experienced in 2020, and it's the way of life. I think it's Ecclesiastes chapter 6, verse 2, that says, invest in this and the other because you don't know what disaster will come, which gives me the impression that disaster will come. And so we have to find ways of generating incomes from other sources other than our primary source of income. And what I typically say is one income, Patrice, is too close to none. And so if your business is one income that you have, then it's dangerous, and it's important for an entrepreneur, every entrepreneur, to find other sources of income.
Ooh, I love it. I like that statement. One income is too close to none. And you kind of bring the ideas that, so it's essentially going back to the scripture. If you have your primary income is one, then you got to look for another. What I also like about passive income, speak to this a bit, because sometimes entrepreneurs say, okay, I will start another business, right?
Mm.
What's the problem with that versus passive income?
Yeah.
Where, in other words, I'm a
Yeah.
diversify going to other businesses.
Right. So the problem with that is that you're exchanging time for money, and
Mm.
you only have a limited amount of time. I only have, a certain number of time hours in a day. And so if I can't, if I'm to start another business, then I'm taking time away from this other one. And so it limits me in so many ways. So you're better off trying to find something that won't take too much of your time and that can bring in an income eventually. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. We're talking to Rina Hicks. We're talking about passive income through Investable. She's the founder of a company called Investable. It's a financial education company in
It's
Kenya.
so the company is RH Group.
Oh,
RH
RH
Group.
Group. That's right.
Yes.
Okay.
So
RH
Investable is
Investable
one of
is
the
the product.
products. It's a
That's
product,
right.
one of the products that we have.
Okay.
Yes.
RH Groups, and she's also a director for FIDA, which is an investment banking firm in Nairobi, Kenya. She's also an author of a book called Money Wise. She's also the 2021 winner of Biblical Entrepreneurship, and we're talking about this new initiative Nehemiah Project is launching called the Passive Income Initiative, which
Mhm.
is geared towards helping entrepreneurs diversify their income by engaging in passive income. And Rina is one of our passive income resources. And hopefully, Rina will be one day one of our certified coaches soon.
Soon.
But Rina, so let's talk a bit about the importance of this. For, by the way, Rina, tomorrow we have a forum tomorrow, global forum. Rina will be part of that panel where we'll
Yes.
be discussing with you guys about how to begin this journey towards passive income. If you've not yet registered, you want to do that right now. Go to nehemiahecommunity.com, and go to the events page. And from there, you can find the registration link for the global forum, which is happening tomorrow. There's still seat that you can be a part of. We have, Rina, we have close to 300 people signed up for this. And
Fantastic.
yeah, and so it's highly on demand. And so, and we're still kind of pushing. So Rina, let's talk a bit about what this means for Africa, because part of why we invited you part of the team, because we did want an African representative.
Yeah.
Because as an African myself, I just believe that this is so critical for Africa. But I'm in America talking about the need for Africa. You are in Africa as well. So how
Mm.
important is passive income to to Africa, to the continent, and to a strategy as you look at the years ahead?
Wow, passive income, before we even get to passive income, I think a big topic and a big thing for us is just the importance of saving. I think one of the challenges we have as a continent is living today for today. Tomorrow will take care of itself, and I'll just focus on today. And it's interesting, we're having this conversation just a short while ago. I was in a different forum where we're just talking about the way that people sort of you live for today, and I want to do this, and I want to travel, and I want to do all these different things without thinking about the future. So in Kenya, for example, the statistic is that 80% or 8 out of 10 Kenyans are retiring poor, unable to meet their day-to-day expenses when they retire. And so they then require their or need their family to, meet their basic needs during retirement. And so when we now talk about passive income, that subject is so important for people to understand the importance of it, because then it will drive them to save more and invest more in their younger years, so that when they do come to the place of retirement, they are able to live their lives comfortably at that time and can also leave an inheritance for their children's children. So right now it's the opposite. Our kids are our retirement plan. We call it black tax in Africa. And there's just this expectation that African parents have of their children. I educated you and I did all these things for you and I sacrificed. Now it's my turn to enjoy. So when you work, you make sure you send me money. And my rent is coming from you, my food is coming from you, you're going to educate your sisters and brothers. And so that needs to shift. That needs to shift. I think it's okay to help out. It's okay to gift. It's very important to give. But I think it's important for us not to make our children our retirement plans.
Ooh, I love it. Black task. Black task.
Tax.
I love it. So the idea that this burden of on really Black people, Africans in this case, because our parents did not prepare, and so now there's this additional burden that comes upon their children
Mhm.
just because. And the reason you say Black task, it's part of it because the, it's cultural, isn't it?
It is.
Wow.
It is.
Wow.
And I'm not too sure whether it was there in the past. I think because we're communal by nature.
Mm,
I mean, you're brought up in the, if you, those who are brought up in
yeah.
the village are brought up by aunties and uncles, and
Yeah.
we all sort of just
Yeah.
do things together and the family helps. But as life has continued to change and we become more urbanized, we've become more modernized in the way that we run our lives, and a lot more not as communal as we were before.
Yeah.
Things have sort of shifted in that way. And so you find a lot of people get to the age of 60, 65, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm retiring in a year, or I'm retiring this year. What do I do? And so people then have to move back to the village because, they have land there, and it becomes very challenging for them to continue to sustain their standard of living and expect their children to then do that for them.
Wow. So
Mm,
the government charges you taxes,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And then you think that's enough, but then eventually your parents start taxing you as well because they did not plan ahead, they didn't do anything. So now you have that additional burden.
Yeah.
No wonder wealth creation becomes difficult because, as you know, in economics, one of the robbers of wealth is taxes,
Right.
right? An overtaxed culture will not become wealthy because it takes capital to grow revenue, and tax is a reduction of that capital out of the hand of the entrepreneurs into the hand of the government. That is not an engine of economic growth. Government is
Mm,
not an engine of economic growth. But then now
mm-mm.
you got your parents who, in their least productive years, are now pulling money out of their children who are the most productive into the hands of the least productive.
Yep.
Will Africa ever be free, Rena?
We have to be free, Patrice, and that's why I'm on this journey. That is why and it's not me alone. We're many of us who are on this journey. And just through the program, for example, Patrice, there's one of the alumni who said to me so she started a year ago. A year in, let me say, when she started, she said to me, I've saved money. I've put aside and I have $40,000. And I'm so happy that I've done that. But I have no investments. My money's in a current account. And so we've walked the journey with her. She's gone through the program. And right now, Patrice, she's earning passive income from bonds. She's now looking to get into real estate. She's invested in money market funds. She has an emergency fund in place. For me, that's a huge success story. And this story is multiplied 300 times over, because we have an alumni that's over 300 people, of people who've been able to understand how to invest, how to save, where to save, how to evaluate the different investment opportunities for them. And they're now in a community just helping each other. And I'm learning from them as well about the different opportunities that are there. So if 300 people in 1 year have been able to make a difference in their lives, we will do this job, and Africa is not going to remain the same, Patrice. Not while I'm
Amen.
alive.
Amen. So Rina, by the way, your bond rates are incredible, and I
They
still got to
are.
do my bond. But by the way, worst case, I'm going to be in Kenya in 3 weeks, God willing.
We have
And
to
so
finish it when you're here.
let's do it. Can
We'll
we make
finish it
sure?
when you're here.
So make sure you connect with Frank.
Yes,
Make sure
I
it's part
will.
of the agenda. So
Yes, I will.
you're already doing this. You have FIDA, you have RH Consultant, RH Group, sorry, you have Investable. Why did you decide to join the Nehemiah Project in this initiative? Because you don't need us to kind of do it. You're already doing it. What difference will this make in your vision to set Africa free financially?
I think there's always more to learn, Patrice. And I think it's through teaching that you also learn.
Mm.
So I think the more I'm on this journey, the more I'm like, I cannot be not doing something about this myself. And the more I learn, the more I'm able to give more. And the more I'm exposed to opportunities such as the one that the Nehemiah is presenting here with the passive income forum and the passive income curriculum, the more I'm also able to give back and do even more. So I think for me, it's the opportunity to serve, the opportunity to also learn and grow on this journey. I think it's exciting. It's truly exciting for me. It's
Well,
black
we think
tax. It's black tax. TAX.
tax.
I think
Yeah,
somebody in the
nice.
studio asking, what was that again? It's
Okay,
black
yes,
tax.
taxes, the
Yeah.
stuff we don't like. Now,
Yeah.
we do want to pay taxes for government, but only enough, nothing beyond what we should.
No.
Right. So that's interesting. And you're almost an answer of prayer for me, because without you, we could not touch the continent, not
Mm,
effectively. Right. You're going to help us contextualize this process. You already have a network that you built, which will
mm,
be easy for our biblical entrepreneurs to jump on board, and working with you in partnership with the Nairobi Center and the Sanago Center to make sure that their clients are now able to be part of the passive income journey.
right.
It'll be exciting, and hopefully through this partnership we can expand Investable beyond Kenya
Yeah.
and really look at how this work. We look forward to bringing you to Cameroon, bringing you
Awesome.
into Congo, into other places. You'll
Mhm.
become kind of the poster child, for lack of a better word, of what
Mm,
the possibility of this in Africa. We'll be partnering with Rina Hicks at an international level, as we look to, because what Nehemiah Project will be doing will be in our passive income initiative, will be providing education for entrepreneurs as to the importance of passive income. We'll begin with Nothing But a Job Oil, which is the primer course to help people to become debt free and begin to build savings and have a mindset to use what they have to start generating active revenue, whether they're entrepreneurs or not. And then we'll have the passive income continuum, which is Rina talked about the active income, which is, by the
mm.
way, Rina, let's talk about this. Can you have passive income without active income? Let's
You
talk about it,
can't.
because thank you. Talk about it a little bit.
Yeah, no, you can't. I mean, it's just that principle I started off with, the principle of seed and
Mm,
fruit. The seed is the active income.
amen.
Whether you're an entrepreneur or you're employed, your seed is your active income. And without seed, you can't have fruit, Patrice. You have to plant the seed by investing it, and then you do get fruit. And so you cannot have passive income without active income. It's not possible.
So don't
So if
quit
you
your
don't have,
jobs.
no, don't. Don't.
Don't leave your businesses, because that
Yeah,
is key. You're probably too young for this, but have you read the book, The Richest Man in Babylon?
I have. Of course
You
I
have,
have.
of course, you're a money person. So remember the first principle they teach in that book? Start earning, right?
Yes.
The first principle, The Richest Man in Babylon, is great, all-time favorite book.
Fantastic
Where,
book.
yeah, this says start earning. The first step in creating wealth is start earning. Start earning, and then you can start. So you got to have active income. So we're gonna be partnering with Rina Hicks, because part of our education will also include Investible, whereby she'll be on our platform, where you can just from there go straight to sign up to be a part of what Rina Hicks is offering. But more important than that, because of regulations, if you want to invest, be a part of stocks and bonds, it's a highly regulated space. And so if you are in Kenya, for instance, it's hard to invest in America because of regulations, and vice versa, though it's doable. But so you're going to be kind of that bridge, so that those of us in America that want to invest in Kenya, you'll be that conduit. And those in Kenya that may want to invest in the US, you'll be that conduit. Are you
Absolutely.
ready for this? If you get hundreds of people reaching out, are you ready for
Absolutely.
this?
Absolutely. We have the vehicle for it. We have the applications for it. We have mobile apps. We already have Kenyans investing in the US at the moment. And so if there's Kenyans that want to invest in the S&P 500 ETF or any other ETF that they may be interested in, you can definitely invest.
I
If
love it.
there's an American out there that wants to invest in Kenya, absolutely, or a Congolese or a South African or an Egyptian, we are ready.
Well, be ready, because I'm coming to Kenya with some of my family members. And
Awesome.
and the meeting I'm going to have with you is not just me. It's going to be me and my family members, because I'm trying to encourage them to invest in Kenya like me, because I'm trying to join the passive income. So are you ready for us? Are you ready for the phonings to come to Kenya and be a part
Absolutely.
of FIDA?
Absolutely.
Well, Rina, this is exciting. We are so grateful to be partnering with you along this journey. And I want you to paint the vision for me. So, Nehemiah Project partnering with RH Consultant to bring to expand passive income to the continent. What does it look like? What are the possibilities? So, dream with me a little bit. So, what does success look like, Rina?
Wow. I think for me, success is every single Nehemiah uh, community member having additional income streams that are coming in to support them and to pay for expenses that they don't need to worry about. This network of kingdom entrepreneurs that are busy about making a difference and fully engaged in fulfilling God's purposes for their lives, and not worrying about rent and worrying about employee salaries, because they have put aside time and effort and finances in being able to create additional income streams, and are not filled with stress and anxiety, but are planning ahead and dreaming ahead and providing solutions and being able to provide resources for others, and not so much just engaged in meeting their day-to-day needs. That's what I dream about, Patrice.
I love it. As you spoke, I saw Africa freedom. Because if we can solve the issue of liquidity, right, capital, and as the things you're talking about to happen, we'll have all these entrepreneurs having more than their need for the daily necessity, which is how we define wealth. Them being able then to channel that capital into African capital markets, through FIDA investment, to directly into biblical entrepreneur businesses. I mean, wouldn't that be neat?
That would be
Africans
amazing.
investing in Africans for the glory of God.
That would be amazing, because one of the biggest challenges for a lot of businesses, small businesses and small businesses, is capital and access to capital. And so that would be absolutely amazing.
Listen, if you want to hear more of this, tomorrow, Rina Hicks, along with the Bennett brothers and many others, will be part of the global forum on passive income as we begin this journey, helping you, whether you are in discovery, thinking about business, not yet started, whether you are at profitability or even at succession. We're going to provide you with education as to how you can begin your passive income journey and to position yourself to become free, have it being free to worship and serve the Lord with your time, talents, and treasure,
Yeah.
because you have a diversified portfolio and you are able then to use your excess to serve the Lord Jesus Christ. Rina, don't leave yet, because I do want to speak to our audience a little bit, and then I do want you to give them some advice. So if you've not yet signed up for the Global Forum, please visit our website, nehemiahecommunity.com. You go to the events page, go there, you can find the Global Forum, and you can sign up there. You can also click right there on your social media. You can sign up and be a part of it. If you enjoy this podcast, I want you to share it. Friends share with friends. Share it through your social media platform about a young woman from Kenya who is on a journey to helping other people become financially free by teaching them about passive income. Share with those who you think they should be a part of this movement as we all work towards financial freedom. Also, like us on Facebook. Join our social community through YouTube or through LinkedIn or other platform that you may be a part of, so that we can keep you updated and posted as to what is going on with us. If you would like help on how we can come alongside you, help you build your business, whatever stage you're in, whether you're in startup or profitability, go to our website, eCommunity, nehemiahecommunity.com. You know about training program, biblical entrepreneurship, purpose, the biblical entrepreneurship, serve with love, identity and destiny. There you can learn how to build a kingdom company. You can also take advantage of our coaching program where you can connect with a coach that can come alongside you, help you grow your business. You can also learn about becoming a member of our community. Membership does have its privileges, such as the Global Forum, which is free to our silver members and higher. If you need capital, you can also learn how you can access capital to start or grow your business. Rina, before you leave, there are entrepreneurs all over the world who are watching and listening, and they're watching the market. The U.S. market today, or yesterday at least, was not doing too well. The day before, yesterday was doing a little better. So they say, but Rina, you want us to invest in the market. You want us to be able, but how can we be assured it'll be well, given what's going on with inflation, with the global market? What advice would you give them?
Yeah. I think, well, it's true. Inflation is rising, interest rates are going up. And when interest rates go up, the stock market gets a hit. I think it's important to continue to invest, because what's the alternative? I mean, if you don't invest, then you miss out on the opportunities that are there. One of the things is that you just need to reallocate your investments in areas that are not going to get too impacted. So you can, obviously invest in interest earning opportunities. So, there's opportunities to earn interest because interest rates have gone up. With the stock market, it's to continue to invest, but slowly and long term. I think this season that we're in is probably going to carry on for another 18 or so months, because it's not the end of interest rates going up. I think with the way that inflation is going, it's likely that the increase in interest rates will continue to go on, but you can't stop investing. One of the things that you benefit from when you invest is something we call the power of compound interest. And so time is your friend. So take advantage of this time to invest. The problem with the stock market, for example, is that you're not able to know, are we at the bottom yet? Is this the bottom yet? And so you do what is called dollar cost averaging by investing a little every so often. So don't stop investing, invest through the cycle, and eventually we'll ride it out and things will go back to normal. But if you're investing in the stock market or in ETFs, for example, that track stocks, then invest through the cycle and invest long term, and eventually you will do fine. You will do fine.
You heard it here, guys. Free advice to you. Where else would you get that? There's no cost to you. We're not going to send you a bill. The great Rina Hicks. Rina, thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrice, and I'm
Rina,
really, really honored.
yes, looking forward to being with you on this journey. Thank you for being with us tomorrow.
Yes.
Guys, let me pray for you. May the Lord bless you. May the Lord enable you to steward those talents down in your care in a diversified manner. and to steward them in such a way that one day you can hear those wonderful words, well done, good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. Guess what? He'll not make you rule over much. God bless you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening.
Amen.
Rina,
Thank
thank
you,
you again.
Patrice.